Representative Norris with House File 4265. Chair moves that House File 4265 be laid over for possible inclusion in the Property Tax Division report. And to your bill, Representative Norris.
Thank you, Chair Lislegard and members. It's great to be back in front of the Property Tax Division. Land banks have proven to be a valuable tool for promoting the development and preservation of affordable housing and Main Street businesses. One of the ways they achieve those goals is by purchasing and taking title to property, then holding it for a specified amount of time, and then selling it to mission-oriented owners. One of the costs incurred while holding that property is, of course, property taxes. Reducing that property tax bill reduces holding costs, allows the land bank to sell the property to the ultimate owner for a lower cost, which then allows that ultimate owner to utilize the property for its mission-driven purpose at a lower cost, whether that's affordably housing people or providing space for small businesses and entrepreneurs. This bill achieves this goal by giving local taxing jurisdictions the option to abate property taxes for land bank held properties. I'll emphasize that this is purely optional. If local officials wish to utilize this tool, they can. If they don't wish to, they're not required to. But this is one important way that communities can help land banks accomplish their mission more efficiently. Thank you, Chair Lislegard.
Thank you. And I do believe you have a testifier. Could you state your name for the record and proceed?
Certainly. Good morning, and thank you, Chair Lislegard and Representatives Norris, Chair Gomez, Davidson, Howard for being authors on this bill. I'm Tom Streitz, President and co-founder of the Land Bank Twin Cities. Very pleased to be here this morning. Thank you, Representative Norris, for your belief in this. And you have in your handout some pretty dramatic documents that really detail the impact this entity has had over the years. So I just want to take a moment to say I founded the Land Bank in 2009. During the height of the foreclosure crisis, I was the city of Minneapolis' housing director as I watched hundreds of low-income homeowners lose their life savings and their homeownership dreams as a result of predatory lending to large multinational corporations that had no connection or long-term interest in our community. The inspiration for the Land Bank was simple: to create a locally owned and controlled financial partner to benefit low-income families with long-term community benefit in mind. Since our founding, the Land Bank has been a force for good in our community, as evidenced in the handouts that you have, and it's helped create thousands of new rental units and hundreds of new low-income homeowners who've reached their dream again. We have also assisted neighborhoods in preserving historical assets. The Victoria Theater in St. Paul, we purchased it for the neighborhood, they now own it. Indigenous Roots, a great local profit in St. Paul, had a landlord, and they called us. They said, you know, this landlord's not great. This isn't going well. We said, well, what if we buy the building and sell it to you? They own it. So, you know, this has been this machine, as you can see, where if you put some money in and you partner in the community and you have long-term benefit in mind, really good results happen as a result of that. So why should the state grant counties the option to abate taxes temporarily under this bill? 3 simple reasons. All savings realized by this abatement inure directly to the benefit of low-income homeowners and lower mortgage payments, to renters and lower rental payments. And here's the really other cool thing. Number 2 is, in the end, the community and the taxing jurisdiction has a lot more money. $1 forgiven to the land bank temporarily results in, as you can see, 320% return to the taxing jurisdiction in the end, 220%, 300%. It's pretty magical. And then finally, this is not a mandate. It's an option. If a community or a county says this tool doesn't work for us, don't call us. If it does work, and as you can see, it really does work, call us. We're here. I have this amazing staff: Scott, Garrett, Eddie, Shanna, and just a great team of people. And finally, let me say this. Can you imagine a locally owned and operated bank in your community where you can pick up the phone, talk to a real person, and find a partner willing to take a risk to help you achieve your dreams? I did, and it's called the Land Bank Twin Cities. Thank you.
Nicely done. Mary Ann Quiros?
Chair Lislegard, I don't think she's with us today.
Okay.
So if I may, Mr. Chair?
You sure can.
I do have with us this morning, real briefly, Eddie Landenberger, who's our Vice President of Strategic Acquisition. He wants to highlight one example of our work.
Well, come on down, Eddie.
Eddie, come on down.
Price is right.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and representatives. Because Mary Ann couldn't make it here today, I just wanted to speak a little bit about the project that she was involved in. So we received a call from Mary Ann. She is the ED of a nonprofit, Indigenous Roots, in a small commercial building up the hill in Dayton's Bluff. One of the problematic landlords in the area came up to her and said, I'm going to buy this building and your rent is probably going to double. She called us, not knowing what to do, but heard about the services that we provide and asked us if we could help her with this building. So we ended up land banking it, and in the process got to know all the other local businesses that were there, some of whom were small local businesses that had been in this building for up to 12 years, a Kinsiera dress shop that had been there, and wasn't able to stay in the building if this new landlord was going to purchase the building. So we bought the building, we land banked it for them, and today all the tenants are still there with this ownership opportunity.
Great story. Thank you. Before we get to the amendment, anyone in the audience want to speak for or against? Seeing none, we do have an amendment. It's the A1, and I would like to, Representative Quam, if you could explain the amendment, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to move the A1 amendment. And the intent and the activities are commendable. It allows local governments to be involved and assist in the development. If, in a rare occasion, it doesn't work out and it ends up being that land is used for something outside, there'd be the option of doing this, clawback of the abatement. And it just meant, make sure that we have more incentive to continue that partnership. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I would go to Representative Norris.
Yeah.
For,
Chair Lagarde, Representative Quam, thank you for bringing forward this amendment. We agree that it's a smart thing to do. We've talked with the advocates. We have no concerns about it. So I would accept it as a friendly amendment.
holy cow, look at this.
Bipartisanship in action.
All right. So all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right. So with it being
Finally,
amended.
Mr. Chair,
I'm
if I
go-
may, I'm
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Just one last point here is we're actively now, the land bank, we have started a new innovative program where we're buying back from Wall Street and large corporate investors, single-family homes and getting homeowners and their people of color and low-income families. Something I'm very proud of. Just had to say that. Thank you.
Okay. We're going to open up to member questions. This is a kumbaya moment. Somebody's got to. Oh, thank you, Representative Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to commend Rep. Norris for bringing this bill before the committee and thank Tom for the work he's done in our communities. And although Indigenous Roots is not in my district, it is across the street from my district. And so appreciate your help in our part of town.
Anyone else? Okay. Before I turn it over to you for closing comments, I just want to thank Representative Quam for bringing a wonderful amendment that better benefits the bill and makes it a stronger bill. So thank you so much. And for last closing comments, Representative Knorr.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Lagarde. I think we've heard some great examples today of the tremendous work that land banks can do in our communities, and I think the idea of allowing local jurisdictions to use property tax abatement to help them do it more efficiently makes a lot of sense, and I hope that we can find a way to get this bill into the final tax bill.
Okay, with that, the chair renews his motion that House File 4265 as amended be laid over for possible inclusion in the Property Tax Division report. The bill is laid over.